Eugene's taking care of business out there. Tell Eugene we appreciate him. He's hired. Oh, we got him here. What do we got next here?
You did good.
We just got some action items. I think the mayor's going to come up next on the agenda is going to be the county mayor's report. Of course, we all know Jay's not here tonight. Just ask everyone to keep Jay and his family in your thoughts and prayers, and just keep them in your hearts and minds if you could. Mayor, please go ahead.
Yes, Mr. Yeager asked if I would address a couple of items under his report. The first one is to let you all know, give you an update on Walking Horse Trail. We did have a meeting on Monday with the road superintendent, with several folks from that area, and Jay wanted me to pass along that E911 has properly mapped the addresses. All three addresses, 105, 109, 141. He did speak with Mark Lucas, who is willing to do a test 911 call with advance notice to the folks there that were concerned about that issue. When we left the meeting right after lunch, Long already had a road sign put up there with Walking Horse Trail, and then we're working on the other issue, and the folks in the community there are all willing to work together and do whatever needs to be done. So we'll come back with more on that, but Mr. Yeager wanted you all to know about that. And then the other item is, as you may recall, the Briceville Volunteer Fire Department had applied with County Commission support for a community development block grant. We did not win that grant, and so now they are pursuing a USDA grant and loan. And one of the things there is they have to have assistance in terms of some legal work. And so Phil Cry is willing to help on part of that. And then also I discussed with Jay, so he has the private act where, you know, there's, he can't help outside clients. But basically, under that, he wanted permission where it didn't cross any boundaries to be able to work with Briceville Volunteer Fire Department in order to assist in any kind of filing of paperwork or anything that needs to be done with regard to their grant application. So I think he wanted a motion requesting permission to do that.
I have a motion, excuse me, by Commissioner Val. That's your motion, sir? Seconded by Commissioner Isabel. Any discussion on the motion?
Mr. Chairman?
Yes, sir.
I just want to thank the mayor for her efforts on that, and the Briceville community, they'll be very appreciative of this and our cooperation with them and assistance.
Thank you for comments. Thank you, Mayor. Any other comments? You want a board vote or voice vote?
I think a voice is fine.
Could you repeat the motion?
Mayor?
The motion is to allow Jay, where it is acceptable within the boundaries of his private act, to assist Briceville Volunteer Fire Department in the work necessary to file their application, their grant application with USDA.
Absolutely.
Any other discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Appreciate you. All right, next is committee boards and reports. Intergovernmental committee report has been, you gonna be able to go?
Mr. Chairman, I've asked Committeeman Shane Powell to go.
Mr. Val, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Proud to do it. The Intergovernmental Committee met on May 13, 2019. Motion was made by Commissioner Wandell for the Law Director to prepare a resolution to not expand the fly ash deposits or storage areas, and to set a meeting with them and the Tennessee Department of Environment and Conservation to find out their plans. The motion was seconded by Commissioner Val. Motion passed to forward resolution to full commission for approval, and I so move.
Have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Yeager. I'll give it to you, Commissioner Smallridge, if you want. All right. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
And the next meeting, Mr. Chairman, will be on June the 10th at 5 o'clock PM in this room. And there was no further business, and the meeting was adjourned. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Commissioner Denenberg. Did he not do it correctly?
Did it correctly. I just want to add that at the next meeting, we'll have 3 representatives from TDEC joining us, and I understand they will be bringing a PowerPoint presentation.
Thank you, Commissioner Denenberg. To add to the TVA discussion, I did get a call from CEO, Mr. Jeff Lyash, and I think the mayor spoke with Mr. Lyash as well. And my understanding is for the folks in our district, Commissioner Fritz, that they're going to do what's right by our community and our county. And I believe in that conversation that I had that we can expect a good working relationship. And I think we'll have a meeting sometime soon. Certainly would like for you to be there as well with the mayor, and we'll figure out when those dates are according to Mr. Lyash. Did you have anything to add, Mayor? Is that hit it? Thank you, Commissioner Denenberg. Thank you, Commissioner Val, for stepping in. Next is the Operations Committee report. Chairman Isbell.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Number one, motion was made by Commissioner McCamey to turn the property back over to ACDC. Motion was seconded by Commissioner Yeager and passed forward to full commission for approval.
Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Have a motion, seconded by Commissioner Meredith. Any other discussion on that motion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
Second motion was made by Commissioner McCamey, seconded by Commissioner Meade, and passed forward the pilot matrix proposal to full commission for approval. I so move.
Have a motion by Commissioner Isabel. Do we have a second? Seconded by Commissioner Meredith. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
Motion was made by Commissioner Creasy, seconded by Commissioner Meade, and passed forward the ADA transition plan to full commission for approval, and I so move.
Have a motion. Do we have a second? Seconded by Commissioner Jameson. Any further discussion? We took action on that earlier, but this is to solidify the report for the Operations Committee. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
Motion was made by Commissioner Wandell, seconded by Commissioner Meade, and passed to make a resolution sent to the state and request more funds be released to the county for state prisoners, and I so move.
Have a motion and a second by Commissioner Creasy. Any further discussion on that motion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
Mr. Chairman, that concludes the Operations Committee report.
Thank you, Commissioner Isabel. Appreciate it. Great job. Any old business before us? Mayor Frank?
Yeah, I was just chatting with Annette. Jay had, he didn't ask in the email to me to approve it, but it was apparently a part of one of the committees, a resolution requesting information from Tennessee Valley Authority related to the Bull Run fossil fuel plant closure. I don't know if you all got that, if you want to
I did see it in the
approve that.
package. I think it was under maybe the consent agenda. I'm not certain. Was it? Yeah.
It was under the consent
Yeah,
agenda.
yeah, so I think we're good to move forward. And it was fairly autonomous, I'll say, nothing derogatory, just kind of wanting to get us to meet together, so I think we're walking down that road. So yes, that passed through the consent agenda. Thank you for bringing it to our attention. Any other new, old business? Any new business? Mayor Frank?
Just a real quick announcement. Tomorrow, I know I notified all of you all, but everyone is invited to PetSmart in Oak Ridge at 4 p.m. We're going to make a special presentation to them. I know some of you are going to be at the meeting in Gatlinburg and you won't be able to make it, but I just want to stress their contribution to our program. We've only had 12 cat cages at our shelter, and this year alone, 50% of the cat adoptions are thanks to PetSmart and our ability to house them there. And since January of 2018, they have actually donated over $7,000 to Anderson County to continue the program. So we would like to just recognize them, and if you have time to drop by and have a piece of cake and shake their hand, that would be great.
Excellent. That's
4.
4 o'clock
4.
at PetSmart?
Yes, at PetSmart.
Okay. Mayor, while you're up, I wanted to ask you, do you have any connections or contacts at Comcast? I know we've had some changes, but I've had a resident contact me and having some issues getting cable connected at a fair market value, I'll call it. So can you get me that later, or if you have anything?
I do, not like we used to. We have a new person, but we can, when we have citizens contact the office, we do email them, and they have a rep that is assigned to Anderson County, and so they will usually facilitate. Sometimes it's not the answer they want to hear, but if there's some kind of issue and they're getting gummed up in the system, that
Yeah, it's
usually
like
helps.
they're wanting to charge this individual like $5,000 to hook cable up, and it's across the street and at each side of the neighbor's house. So I think it's kind of, I don't understand that this individual's willing to run it out to the street and just run it across. But anyway, if you can get me a contact, I'd like
Okay,
to
sure.
see if I can follow up. Appreciate that. Other new business. Oh, sorry, Commissioner Anderson.
Oh, I just wanted to, real quick, Mayor, if you don't mind.
We're back to the mayor's report.
The individual that cut the hay on the property where we're putting the new Glen Alpine Convenience Center, he had mentioned something about if he could still do that, or if we needed that done.
Okay,
I
okay.
didn't know, it didn't look like they've done anything yet as far as excavating or anything. so-
No, and the contract has been executed. Jeff Trabalka met with CUB today about getting their power needs met, and I'm trying to think anything else my understanding is they were already supposed to have moved some equipment on site, and work is going to begin. So if it's not there, I haven't been out there in the last few days. If it's not there, then it should be arriving any day.
Oh,
But if they are able to mow, I will connect Jeff with you, and
Oh, okay.
we'll get that going.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Anderson. Commissioner McCamey.
To answer part of his question, I think they're supposed to break ground on the 27th
Okay.
up there, so they would need to do it pretty soon. But Jeff's going to get back with us for sure, and I thought when they actually get up there to break ground, we have kind of a little groundbreaking.
Oh, okay.
And I was going to invite you in Denver up, make sure we have you there for that. The other thing is that Katie Brown, she's our Government Affairs Director for Comcast. And so I think
Yeah. She's no longer there.
yeah, Katie's still there.
That's what I was told.
Well, she was last week.
Okay, well, maybe they told me. I apologize. They told me she wasn't.
Okay, but anyway, they have, if she's not, and they might have replaced her, but they have a government affairs person. Russell Bird was there for a number of years, and he works with governments, and so if it's a government request, then it's something that should go to their government affairs person.
Good afternoon or evening.
State your name, your address, sir.
Brian Young, Knoxville, Corinth.
We'll still listen. Go ahead.
The Clint Binder is our rep for Comcast. He is our government rep.
Clint?
Clint Binder. That's on any kind of sales or appropriations or funding for any projects. He's been a great help through all the project where we rebuilt the system for the county. He was integral in that.
Can you send me his number
Sure.
later?
Yeah, I'll get that to you. I'll
Thank
get it
you.
to Annette.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks for the information. Thank you, Commissioner McCamey. Did you have anything else, sir?
No, that's it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Commissioner Fritz.
This is just for informational purposes. I know that a lot of the neighbors out there in that area basically gave up on me because they didn't think that was going to be done because it took almost a year to get this to this point. But they finally started today cleaning the property at the abandoned house on Oak Road, cutting trees down, clearing the property and all that stuff. So when they get the trees finished cutting down and the property cleared out, they're going to be sending in a structural engineer to look at the house so they can start tearing it down. But the neighbors in the area are erratic. They're finally happy to see finally getting done after this long period of time. So finally something that's being done, because they've had searched all the way over to run ads all the way in papers in Alaska trying to find a homeowner to this place, and they still never did find him. And finally the judge had to sign off on the papers allowing us to go ahead and proceed getting it cleared up. So wheels of government turn slow, but we can finally get it accomplished. So work started today.
Thank you, Commissioner Fritz. Appreciate that.
Same problem getting bills we got. Turn that on, get bills we're working on. Jay, taking care of.
Thank you. Good. Commissioner Isabel.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And this is also for Commissioner Val. We've been getting some phone calls again from up on Braden Flats and Duncan Flats, and I understand that Commissioner Val's been working with Jay and working with the oil companies and the gas companies up there about them coming in and doing some things there. But and I told constituents today that, you know, I'd bring it up under Jay's report, but with Jay not being here, but we just want to get that word out that we haven't not give up. It just takes a while.
I echo that sentiment. We've had a couple of brick walls, but I've been accused of ramming my head against a brick wall more than once, so we're gonna keep ramming it until we tear it down.
Elvis keeps pushing.
Yeah.
Thanks, sir.
Would you like to make a motion to put it to operation, or?
I'll make that motion.
Got a motion by Commissioner, second by Commissioner Val to forward Duncan Flats, Braden Flats. Is that right?
That's correct.
Go ahead.
And one thing, Mr. Chairman, I would like to thank the road superintendent for taking care of Val Mountain. That was another road that had been damaged, so we're headed in the right direction.
I echo those sentiments.
So we got a motion. Any discussion on that motion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Commissioner Fritz, the road that goes into Clark Estates, what's the name of that road? I've had a resident ask if we could put a speed limit sign. Apparently, we've got some.
On Clark Road?
Yes, sir. Is it Clark? I thought.
When you first turn into...
Yes, sir. Right at the
That's
stop
Clark
sign.
Road.
Is there? Do we not have any speeds? I haven't looked. How do we make that request? I'd like to send it to road committee.
Committee.
Can you make that motion? I don't know if I can as the chairman, can I?
I'll move forward to the road committee to evaluate Clark Road
For speed limit. We got a second to Commissioner Fritz. Second. I'll buy you a soda outside. Any discussion on that motion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Any new business? Let's adjourn. Oh, so wait. Got one more item. Sorry. Go ahead, though, Commissioner White. Go ahead.
I've been hearing a rumor all day that I've been hearing a rumor all day that the sheriff has some great news for us, and I was wondering if he wanted to elaborate on that.
Man, I like your style, Commissioner White. Just put him right on the spot. He's got a big check he wants to hand over to us, right?
Well, it's Mark. And boy, I'm a proud sheriff with the county, all $3 up. I'll be honest with you, I don't really know what he's talking about, unless he's talking about my DC trip. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah. Okay. Went to Washington D.C. and got to meet the president and AG Barr.
Oh, wow.
I'm assuming that's what you're talking about.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, it was pretty neat. We were up there for Police Week, my family and I. Really put a different meaning on National Police Week for us. We got to go by the Fallen Officers Memorial. And of course, we hit all the monuments up there, Vietnam and Korea and things like that. Really great trip.
Excellent.
And President Trump told me to tell you guys hi.
All of us?
What kind of guy is he?
I didn't get to sit down and talk to him. He's really tall, and his hair is real.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sheriff. And Sheriff, appreciate your email earlier, and appreciate what the department's doing, and really just an amazing job. And I just appreciate your stewardship and your leadership, and all your team doing a great job. Really. One more item. I apologize. Brian, could you come up and bring this new individual with you? Young lady. we'd like for you to introduce here who you have and tell us. You're only required a 30-minute speech, so you'll be
Yes,
fine.
only 30 minutes. We have before us here Miss Tammy Cantron. She came with me end of April, I guess, 1st of May. She's already becoming a valuable asset in my department. She's reaching out and speaking to the people that I don't have a chance to get to during the day because I'm too busy being a nerd. But I greatly respect what she's doing for my department at this point, and
Thank you.
welcome to the county.
Thank you. I
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Thank you, Tammy. Welcome. Commissioner Fritz.
Let me make sure I understood you. Which road was you saying? Coming off Edgewater Road, Ian?
No, there's a speed limit sign there. It's actually,
Off Springhouse?
yes, sir. Yeah,
Coming in.
right where
Okay,
that's-
that's Tark Road, okay.
Okay, I thought you were right, yeah.
I had a text.
I know you know the roads
No, I
better
had a
than I.
text that said I might have had the wrong road, and I was going to make sure.
I probably had the wrong road. That's why I asked you. Sorry, Commissioner, did you have something else? Yeah. Commissioner Creasy.
Yeah, I just want to let everybody know that I'm going to speak to the League of Women Voters tomorrow at lunch, and if you're not there, I'm going to talk about you.
Wow, that's pretty strong. All right, do we have anything else? Thank you all, great meeting, and let's see, motion adjourned. Thank you all.